Yes, yes, yes. What's going on? Why? Why? Welcome, Miss LFC Ninja. Review the Manchester City versus Liverpool from the Etihad. Why? Yes, guys, it's happening. We're up there. The return of LFC, return of Liverpool. We're back. We're back in the mix. It's a thing. It's actually reality now. It is reality. Let's move across and review the full time. Do a little bit of a I don't know, a chin wag you could call it. It's not really a strategical review. It's more of a chin wag and basic chat. Let's keep it real. Right, full time. So as you can see here, it was 1-1. It finished 1-1, and this was the starting lineup Klopp went with. No surprises really. Tried to be a little bit different. In fairness, it worked out well for Kloppy. I can't lie, it worked out really good for him. He started with Allison in goal. We're also going to do the player ratings because these ratings are going to be interesting. M.I.A, Van Dijk centre back, Tsimikas left back, Trent right back, McAllister DM, Jones left of the three, Szobo right of the three. Up top on his own, well, not quite on his own, but you know, through the middle, Nunez. Out wide right, Salah. Out left, Jota. Some very interesting changes. 9 substitutions. Konate, Kelleher, Gravenberch, Endo, Kwanzaa, Gakpo, Diaz, Gomez, Harvey. Still injured on the bench. Thiago, Robertson. It might be a couple other people injured on the bench, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they're not involved in the game anyway. Not sure. I think Bajicic is back fit, but he's not quite in and around the squad yet. I can't wait for Thiago to come back. Honestly, I can't wait. I got a bad feeling that when he's fit, he's just gonna go off to the Saudi league. I just got a bad feeling about it. It's something strange going on here. There's something not right. I don't know. But surely, if he needs to be training though, right? Surely, if he was fit, he'd be training. But unless he's doing closed doors training or something, so the media can't pick up on it. I don't know, because he's got to stay fit. He's got to play football and then stay fit, right? Surely, so that when he goes off to Saudi, wherever he's going in the January window, that he's not like rusty as hell and he's had some ball time. I don't know. Anyway, let's just talk about quickly the players, the performances, just basic browse, and then we can go into just ratings. To Allison, I think Allison had an absolute nightmare. Let's be real. I don't know what was going on. He was nervous. That goal was, I don't know, someone behind him was whispering something in his ear from the crowd. I don't know what was going on with him. He was just scared. It's like he turned into Karius for a game. What was going on? Maybe it's just maybe it felt like unfamiliar territory being back there. Mind you, he was there last season, so what are you unfamiliar about? I don't get it. It was a weird one. Something wasn't quite right with him. And now he's injured, I believe, as well. So that's huge. Absolutely huge. I mean, Kelleher is a good enough goalkeeper, but he's no Allison. Defense is going to be extra good. And then we got, the next, hopefully Allison should be back before for the United and Arsenal games. I'm confident that the next 3 games we can win. 2 of them are at home, I believe. Fulham and then the next one. Or Fulham and then away and then the next one's at home. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know what's going on with him. Allison, man, what's happening? Van Dijk, my tip. Van Dijk, I thought was fantastic. I thought it was very good. I'm iffy on the Haaland goal, whether he could have got across. Not sure. Really not sure on that one, whether he could have got across in time. Maybe. You know, 3 years ago he gets across. You know, maybe he's tailing off a little bit. Matip could have been no one was in front of him, and there was 2 players taking on Aki. Aki had to beat 2 players, which he did. So Matip had no one kind of to worry about going down wide because Aki was here, or around, or maybe here, maybe not so far, but maybe more here. I don't know. It's a bit weird. I think maybe he could have just gone inwards a bit, got a bit. I don't know, but I don't know. It's a weird one. He nearly got the foot in as well because it took a little deflection and kind of made it bobble up over Allison's hand. Haaland, great finish. Well, it was a right finish. It was a bit of a scuff finish, to be fair, but the footwork was good. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it all came from yet again an Allison kick out, the dusty kick out. You know, capitalized by what's his name? By Aki. I don't feel, in parts of me don't feel like it's Van Dijk or Matip's fault, really. I feel like it's more Szoboszlai and Trent's fault. Like, weak ass tackle from Szoboszlai and no tackle from Trent. Practically, he went to put a leg in. Take him out. Or if you don't take him out, Szoboszlai, you take him out. Somebody takes him out. But then you kind of question, well, how were those 2 there? Aki's here. Where was Mac Allister? What was he doing? Was he like, I don't even know where he was. Was he on top of the defenders? But I don't know. Maybe he was coming across, and that's when Aki played the ball in to Haaland. To be fair, maybe he just didn't get there quick enough. But that's, DM spots that danger. A DM spots the possibility that the player could skip through both, and he's ready, and he's there ready. That's what a DM does, isn't it? Spots things before they happen. Preemptive play, not reaction, prevention. We'll talk about Mac Allister though. We will talk about Mac Allister. So yeah, I don't know if it's really any of their faults. I think it's more Allison's fault and probably Trent's fault, maybe, or Szoboszlai, both of them, combination, kind of them, just take him out or just stop him. Like, how is Aki? What is Aki? Aki's no Trent going forward down the side, is he? He's nowhere near as good as Trent going down. Yet you allow him to damage you like that. Come on, Aki's nowhere near as prolific as going forward down the line. I don't get it. It's a terrible goal to concede. Crap kick out. Initially, if the kick out's better, or you just take your time and not try and play the quick one out to Salah. You don't slip, or you kick it properly and it goes to where you want it to go to. Like, the kick out is what caused it. A lot of players probably weren't back in position. A la Szoboszlai, Trent, Mac Allister, whoever it might have been. But yeah, it's what it is. Trent, other than that situation, kind of thought he was. I thought he was good. I thought, honestly, apart from once really that I saw against Trent, versus Doku, and then Matip, like Doku skinned Matip clean down here on the edge. At one point, he was just guarded and he pulled it back. That was right near the end, I think, when Haaland nearly got the winner. He skinned Matip. See, that is what I call beating a player. Like, if you got, say you got Trent here, right, and then you've got Doku with the ball, right, and all he does is kicks it and crosses it in, and then the defender kind of goes to the line and tries to block it with his foot as he's crossing it in. I don't call that beating a defender. I call beating a defender what Doku did to Matip. That is beating a defender. When you totally throw him off and just go past him. That is what I call beating a defender. Now, I think that happened to Trent once towards the end of the first half, roughly. Or maybe twice. But the second time was kind of like, it could have been seen as he went around Trent, but more of he just managed to get the cross in past Trent kind of thing. Ultimately, I don't think Trent did bad at all against him. The fear at the beginning was that he was going to get fucking lit up, just skint to Kingdom Come. But that actually wasn't the case. Like, Trent actually dealt with him on a few occasions and held him up, and I think he done really well. That's actually the best I've seen Trent defend in quite a while. Like, if my eyes aren't deceiving me, and there's a possibility they might well be. So I know some of you out there will be on the the whole he was awful kind of thing. Fair play to you. What can I say? You know? But I personally don't think that. I don't even remember my tip. Maybe a handful, not even a handful, maybe a couple of occasions having to deal with Doku. I know he tackled Doku 2 or 3 times, my tip. And then there was the last time when Doku done him. For sure. But I said in my preview, my preview, if you watch it, I said I would be happy if Doku started, right? Well, not happy if Doku started. Obviously, Grealish would have been better for me. But if Doku was going to start the game, I would be happy if Trent starts the game as well. Or if Trent comes on at halftime after Gomez starts the game against Doku. Reason being is because I think a full strength Trent keeps up with Doku. I think if Trent had already played 45 minutes or 60 minutes or 70 minutes and then Doku comes on, I think there's massive problems for Trent, especially if we're chasing the game and he has to push forward. If we were leading, Doku comes on, different story. But obviously Trent did have Salah trekking back and Szoboszlai, and when Doku had the ball, there was, Trent, there was Salah at times, and there was like 3 men on Doku. But generally it was generally Szoboszlai and Trent Alexander-Arnold, which makes complete sense, which is why I said in some of my other videos, everyone's talking about the way Liverpool are playing and different, and we're playing differently. I don't know if we're playing differently. I honestly don't know if we're playing differently. All I'm saying, right, is that Szoboszlai is a massive upgrade on Henderson in terms of shooting ability and general ability to play football. I actually think he's very similar in all the other statistics. Defensively, work rate, heading, and Klopp will install that Henderson ability into him. However Henderson's played, I kid you not, Klopp is going to push that push that footballing formality into Szoboszlai. Then add Szoboszlai's natural ability. I think you have one hell of a player. I think he's going to be very dangerous in the future. Very dangerous. McAllister, I already see it. He has shades of Wijnaldum. In that position. I don't think the physicality side of it really matters too much in this day and age. The days of running in on someone and putting a crunching tackle or leaving one on them, I think it's few and far between. I think those challenges are disappearing. Height could be a thing because of high balls and aerial balls and stuff, so that could be a thing. I could be wrong about it, but I don't know. I just got a weird feeling that he is that kind of Wijnaldum replica, or Klopp wants that kind of Wijnaldum style player out of him, and maybe he moves into the 10 or the 8, probably the 8. So we'll bring in a DM, or Endo eventually gets up to pace. I don't think Endo's long term because of his age personally, so I do think we are in lockout for a DM, but I do think Endo for a year or two while we're waiting for something to come available Trumani becomes available. I think Klopp is trying to work something with it at the moment, just trying to hold tight. And I think something is boiling. He's cooking up something. He's cooking up a big signing for that midfield spot. I'm pretty sure central midfield. He has to be, or maybe or are we gonna Endo's gonna be there? Are we gonna get Andre? Maybe Andre is like it's not the one, but he's gonna be another backup in that position. So it'll be Endo and Andre for that position. Then you'll have McAllister and Gravenberch for that 8, and then Szoboszlai, and I still think we need somebody, maybe Szoboszlai and Harvey for that other 10 or double 8, whatever you want to call it. I think we maybe need somebody better than Harvey to challenge for Szoboszlai's position. Maybe, I don't know, someone young like Gravenberch upcoming kind of thing. Maybe there's someone in the academy coming through. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, I reckon he's just replicating the midfield again. Honestly, I really do. I don't think there's much difference. People talking about 4-2-3-1. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Trent is a potential for that midfield spot, arguably somewhere. Maybe Trent and Szoboszlai battle it out for that number 8, number 10, or 8 or double 8, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe it's Trent and Szobo eventually, and then you have your Andre and your Endo that come there. Maybe somebody else if it's not Andre. I'm hearing rumours about Andre's definitely on his way. Then I'm hearing that we've pulled out. Do you know what I mean? Pause. And then obviously the left side, left 8 or 8, you've got Jones and Gravenberch, and then McAllister. You know, so you got three players for that position, arguably. That's very interesting. It's very. I feel like listen. It's a very interesting situation. I can just see a replica, a version 2 of Klopp's side. The players are very. It's very the likeliness to the old guard is very canny. That's all I can say. And remember where you heard it first. 100% remember where you heard it first. Salah being an outside line winger, that's bullshit. It's never been a thing. I don't know why everybody says that. All this guy does is he plays on the edge of the box and he dribbles and cuts inside. He never goes to the byline. He never drifts out wide right, unless the formation is a rare formation and there's other players that Klopp wants more central in the box. Maybe because we're used to like hoof balls into the box. Remember when you play hoof ball and Jordan Henderson used to hoof it into the box? Maybe Salah's wide right because you have your. We had our better headers in the box. That's the only time you went to the line. And anyway, what winger plays on the wing and doesn't end up on the line, the throwing line at some point? You never see Salah near the corner flag. You never see him by the byline. Barely ever. He always cuts inside or he's always on the inside. You never see him like this. So that is just a load of bullshit. And I hate it when I hear it because it's just not true. I don't care if a Pep Linders says it. The thing people love to say is they love to like, lick whatever. Who love to kiss the bottom, let's just say. Let's put it more kindly. Kiss the bottom. Our Pep Linders said this, so it must be true. Our Klopp said this. Klopp, yes. But Pep Linders, on occasions, maybe. But at the time, I remember, Salah was hugely out of form. He was crazily out of form. He had gone like, I can't even remember, 7-8 games, no goal. He was bad. He was bad. And that's a rarity. I think that was the only bad period in his whole career at Liverpool. And that's when Pep Linders said, when we want to try and move him more to the line and see how he gets on. And that's just a cover-up for his bad form. This is the cover-up for his bad form. Watch the damn game. You can see his play change in no way. It changed in no way. It was exactly the same. You could see it when you watched in certain games. He was doing exactly the same thing. It was just a cover-up to buy him time to find his form again. And surely enough, you didn't hear Pep Linders come out and say, we've moved Salah back in because that wasn't working. Where was that? You didn't hear him say that, did you? Nobody jumped on that. Nobody questioned that, did they? Why? Because it never was even a thing. Stupid. He's never been a line winger at all. He's always been inverted. And he always plays on that corner of the box all the time. All the time, pretty much. And if you're a winger and you never ever go towards the line, right, then you're not really a winger. Because every winger, right, goes, it moves around in that area, right? So naturally Salah would go there anyway as a winger. And he doesn't, and he very rarely does. He very rarely does. Especially, like, don't get what I'm saying confused with what I'm trying to say. Like, as a winger, you go to those areas, right? You do, because you're a winger. That is your area. If you don't go into those areas, then it's arguable, are you an actual winger? Take M.I.A, for instance. M.I.A went everywhere. Diaz goes everywhere. To the byline, to the corner flag area, comes up the other side, he cuts inside. Salah only cuts inside. He never goes towards the flag or the byline. He always goes on his stronger foot. Always. But he does go to the line. If he's receiving the ball to Trent, he will drop towards he will go to the throwing line near the halfway line. Like, he will drop deep to receive a ball. Because obviously you gotta move around, right? You gotta move to receive the ball. If you can only receive the ball from that space from Trent, then you have to go into that space so you can play the ball down the line. That's just logic. What I mean is that towards the corner flag and the byline wide, you never see him out there. because he can't. What's the point in being there? You can't affect any part of the game. You can't. He wants to come down. He wants to pick up the ball from around the halfway line, right, towards the side of the pitch, and then he'll diagonally drive inwards towards the goal. He won't go. He won't straight go running down the line like a M.I.A would or a Diaz would towards the corner flag and cross it in with his right foot. You'll never see him do it. He doesn't do that. So that was all bullshit. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. It was rubbish. It was crap. Anyway, I've stupendly just for all the right reasons gone off the subject. But yeah, as I was saying, those three midfielders, I can see replicas, cooking up 100%. Tsimikas, I thought, had the best game I've ever seen him play in my life. I thought he was absolutely fantastic, and we'll probably get like a 9 or an 8.5. I'm tough with the ratings. I ain't no pushover rating, so I thought he was fantastic. Best game I've ever seen him play. Solid. Foden, nothing. Nobody down in nothing. Walker, I didn't even remember Walker coming forward and doing anything. But then at the same time, Tsimikas never either. He didn't really get forward himself. So, tit for tat there. But it is what it is. McAllister. This was very interesting because I think McAllister was very good as well. I thought he was very good. Never got caught out. Didn't seem out of breath. Tired. Lagging. Maybe it's because he was just in position and he just took less risks. I don't know. Maybe he played it more sensibly. Maybe he's getting more used to that kind of role now. I don't know. Maybe Klopp's trying to add a bit more to his game. Not just a one position player. Because in this Liverpool team, you do need to be versatile, don't you? Let's be real. Like, you need to be able to play a few different positions so he can move you around in tough times. No, I think so. But he very well. Yes, he definitely impressed me. So well done, McAllister. Szobo, I thought wasn't very good. I think his game suffered because I think he had to have one eye on Trent, and he couldn't vacate and kind of he couldn't be Szobo because of the whole Trent thing. But what did we see with Henderson when he played with Trent? He's a lot less talented, but I even think his game suffered to an extent, Well, actually, here's the thing. Henderson was a lot less attacking. He was a lot less creative, and he wasn't as naturally talented as Szobo. So you didn't really lose anything if Henderson filled in for Trent and protected Trent. With his defensive capabilities, but when you do it with Szobo, you definitely miss out on a trick or two. But on more often occasions than not, when Henderson would do it, Trent would step up and get the goal or get the assist or something. So in this case, it doesn't really matter because Szobo was helping with that kind of side of things, and Trent got the goal, right, and he nearly got an assist as well. So it doesn't really matter. That Szobo never, that Szobo was protecting. However, the better thing now is that Szobo can also go and do that, and it doesn't always require Trent to do it for us. Whereas with Henderson, you just thought, nothing's going to happen with him. Now we've just got more of a threat because we have Szobo as well. So, yeah, so he doesn't always have to protect Trent. He can go and Trent can not vacate his space. So, yeah, but I do think... Luckily, we got the goal through Trent, but I do think Szoboszlai's game suffered. In turn, I think Salah had a bad game against Aki because I think the space was pretty compressed with Trent pushing up. Although it did work in our favour, I don't think Salah had the greatest of games, and I think it was because Szoboszlai wasn't really linking up play, getting on the ball, controlling, as he usually tries to do. So I think that side of the pitch suffered. But luckily Trent popped up with a great, found a space and a great goal. It was a goal from nothing, really and truly. Little time to react, great shot, great finish. Curtis Jones, I think, was just doing Curtis Jones, really. Being Curtis Jones, I think he done enough And I think it was a kind of part of the game plan, really, just to kind of protect, not vacate too much, not give away too much. Much like Szobo, I actually think the midfield was very, very resolute. I thought Klopp told them to kind of, stay focused, don't lose positions, protect, most importantly, first and foremost, we're away from home, wait for opportunities. I wholeheartedly believe that if we didn't concede that sloppy goal from the kick out, we win this game 2-1 or even 1-0 or 2-0. Because other than that goal from Haaland, I don't believe them having any other chances. They had a lot of shots and stuff, right? So here's the thing: when we equalised to 1-1, they had chances to take it because we was nervous and we wanted to hang on. So obviously we get a little bit rumbled and a little bit rattled. See, I thought after getting 1-1 we would take it to them, but actually we kind of sat back and took the point. I think that's Klopp's doing there, but I thought we was going to get on top of them. I thought our tails would be up, and but the crowd started roaring when City would get possession again, and I think we just kind of managed to escape. We was very lucky with the Haaland with the save from Allison on Haaland when Matip got done by Doku on the left wing there, on the left side, right back Trent's area. So I think we was really lucky with that, but I genuinely thought we was going to get on top of the game. We didn't, which surprised me. But I do think the midfield was told to stay, not vacate too much, not leave gaps, stay hard working, a lot of running, try and play maybe on the counter attack, because I feel like that's why Núñez started. I think Jota was in very, very good form, even though he just wasn't the one to go down the middle. We needed to stretch them, keep them thinking about what's going to go in behind. Jota was in good form, not for his speed, just his good form. Maybe he would have been better centrally in the latter stages of the game, but obviously he made way for Diaz, who was alright. I thought it'd be better, but maybe that substitution came a bit too late. It was, freezing cold, and he came on at the expense of Jota as well. So it was an injury. So he didn't even have proper time to warm up. Sometimes players not warming up properly is the reason why they're coming in a bit. They don't really do much because their body isn't, Maybe, I don't know for sure, but I know sometimes when I play ball and I come on because of an injury, I'm just like, oh man, I'm all stiff. I haven't warmed up properly. But when I warm up properly and I come on, I feel ready, I feel motivated, I feel like, yes, let's go kind of thing. Where were we? So that's kind of why I feel like Klopp was, talking about the midfield and telling them to do. So Jones, I think he was just bog standard. I think maybe we wanted to get to 60, 70 minutes and try and steal it, which is where Gravenberch came on and made a huge impact, was part of the goal. Every time I said it in my review, go and listen to it. I said it in my review, he can definitely get behind Rodri and Bernardo. He definitely skin Bernardo. Rodri's a little bit tougher, but you just get the foul off Rodri, innit, and he came on and did exactly what I thought he'd do. So I think that was a game plan, really, to just use up most of the game, staying in it with Jones's discipline and hard work, and then spring the Gravenberch effect on them, and it definitely got us a point from the Etihad. Jota, I thought, being outside on the left, there was a time when he really liked that position. I don't really think it's really him anymore. I think it's more of a central position for him, battling with Núñez. But for this game, I feel like Núñez is probably the better option. Saying that though, if you bring him on, maybe tied legs, maybe we could have stole it. I mean, it's but some maybes. Hindsight's a fine thing, as always, So and then Salah, as I said, I don't think he had the greatest game, but I think that was because of the way Szobo was playing and the midfield in general. I thought we played okay. I think we can play a lot better. I thought we played alright. I thought we was gonna get better. We never. But I know we can play better than that, and I'm happy with the position we're in. In the league. We've got rid of that City away game now. We played them at Anfield in the last part, the other towards the end, the business end of the season, as they like to say. Now we need to focus on the next games, and then obviously the the Arsenal game's pivotal because that will probably take us back top of the league if we win all the other games prior to that. Obviously, United away. I think we're United away, or we might not be. Oof, excuse me, a little short yawn. If those two are both at Anfield, yeah, I expect to be top of the league by Christmas. Christmas Day, I expect to be top of the league. Awesome. Let's just quickly jump across to the ratings. Now, our substitutes bench, obviously, I think I said it anyway, but you can see it there, and then the injuries. Let me just jump across to the rating screen quickly, and we're going to quickly rate the players before I get out of here. And I may do, I'm trying to do every game, but it's really hard. I need to know that, you know, people are liking it. The very few of this doesn't really get around much. Like I'm not really in the algorithm. But Gavin, if you're still here listening, you've somewhat enjoyed it. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're welcome. I can't talk. You're welcome back anytime. I'd love to interact more with everybody and whatnot. So yeah, It has to be sort of, what's the word? You know, the enthusiasm to keep making them and do them more regularly. And like my time is very it's very tight. So to keep making them, I need to know people are somewhat liking them or enjoying them. And the only way for me to know that you're enjoying them is to kind of just drop a little like. I'd hugely appreciate it. And even if it's for one or two people, I'll do a video. I'll honestly do a video. If one of you likes it, I will definitely do a video just for you, literally. Why not? You know, if the time's there, I enjoy doing it, so why not? But ultimately, if no one's liking it, then I'll do it in my own time when I feel like, you know, having a chit chat with myself and talking about the game as most Liverpool fans do. Let's face it, we sit there during the game talking to ourselves about it, don't we? Maybe not in this depth, but we do. We say, "What are you doing? Why are you doing? Come on, get him, stop him!" You know. So what's the difference? You know, going in depth is far more, you know, fun and entertaining as well. You know, but yeah. Brilliant. But listen, let's just start with Allison. Allison rating, man, it's below average, isn't it? I'm looking at a 3 for Allison. Oi. I'm looking at a 3 for Allison. He pulled out some good saves though, didn't he? 5. If we didn't make that mistake, we don't concede in hindsight, once again. So what did he get? An 8? If he makes those saves? 9 maybe? So I think maybe a 5 is probably fair. Let's go for a 5 for Allison. Tsimikas, if he gets an assist or goal, it's probably 9.5, 10. I'm going to go for an 8.5 for Tsimikas. Van Dijk, don't remember a mistake. I don't think the Haaland goal was really his mistake per se. I think he gets an 8. Van Dijk. Yeah, I'm happy with an 8. My tip, few moments he got skipped there, but then actually there was a time when he actually broke the lines and was dribbling. He got right up to their box, their area, and he nearly scored. He didn't nearly score, but he nearly created a goal for us. He done a lot of positive things, just, you know, breaking through this midfield area. Yes, the Haaland goal maybe potentially his fault. But he done more positive things than what Virgil did going forward. Virgil doesn't do that either. Virgil plays the diagonal passes. I think I'm going to give him an 8.5 as well. No, I think I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Same as Virgil. I mean, the defence has to have played pretty well because this is City. We're at City's ground, we concede 1 goal. So they can't be lower than 8, surely. None of them get lower than 8s. And the goalkeeper has to at least be average, right? Otherwise, what's the point? If we lost to City 2-3-0 or 2-1, 3-1, then you could say 5, or you can say, you know what I mean? So, it obviously didn't defend badly. So, the logic doesn't make sense otherwise, you know? Trent got a goal. I have to give Trent a I think I give Trent a 9. I think he's deserving of a 9. I personally don't believe he done too bad against Doku for 90 minutes. I think he was very good. Between him and Matip, I think they've done enough. Obviously done enough because we took the point. So yeah, I think the defense was very good. Both left and right backs were very good. Defense centre backs were very good, and keeper was okay. He had his moments, pulled off some good saves as well, and he needed to. So yeah, cool. Right, McAllister going for a best game I've seen McAllister play. I think I'm gonna go with an 8 again for McAllister. Don't remember any dodgy moments. The game was Saturday morning for me. Saturday afternoon rather. Saturday noon. Early kickoff. So maybe I've forgotten. Maybe I'll rewatch it tomorrow or something. I don't know. But by then it'll be too late to do this review ratings. But I'm just gonna stick with an 8. I think Jones. I think a 7 for Jones. I think he was there or thereabouts. Done a good defensive job. Stayed chill. Stayed, yeah, just stayed firm really. Just did the basics. And I think Szobo as well. I don't think he was any better than I don't think he was better than Jones. I think McAllister was probably the best out of the 3. Szobo was good in parts, but nothing stood out for me. Didn't really impose himself on the game. I was expecting him to show them that he's a new KDB for us. He's our new Gerrard, that's what we've been talking about. The Hungarian Gerrard. Saw nothing of it in that game. Disappointing. Very disappointed. Not gonna lie. Very disappointed. Salah. Gonna have to give Salah a 6. I'll be real. Have to give him a 6. Wasn't very good. Wasn't very good at all. Oof. Then we have the next one is going to be Jota. I think Jota is a 5. I think Jota's a 5. I don't think he played well at all. I think Jota was, it was bad. Jota wasn't good. Nunes. I thought Nunes was good, I thought he was alright. He had a couple chances. Should have done better. Especially for one in particular, should have stuck it away. Would have been onside as well. I think I'm just gonna go over 7.5 for Nunes. 7.5 for Nunes, yeah, for sure. And then we saw Diaz came on for Jota. Let's give Jota his 5. So Diaz came on for Jota. Oh my God. His rating. Oh. Diaz didn't do much really. Well, yeah, apart from he was involved in the goal, wasn't he, I guess. For the time that he was on, probably give him a 6. For the time that he was on, I'll give him a 6, I reckon. Probably is. Yeah, well, he was on a lot less time than Salah, and he's done more than Salah, didn't he? So he creeps up to a 6. Otherwise, he's probably a 5 or a 4 for the time he's on. Gravenberch comes on for Jones. I think Gravenberch did a more actually. I think he was really into it. 7. Gravenberch played a part in the goal as well. Started the break, didn't he? You know, broke the lines a bit. 7.5 for the time he was on. 7. Yeah, he can't move 7.5 because Szobo got a 7. Szobo played the whole game. Szobo did have moments where he could have got, you know, he could have let one leash a few times as well from the edge of the box, but he didn't. Or a 6.5. Maybe a 6.5. Yeah, I think let's go for a 6.5 for Grav. 6.5 for Gravenberch. McAllister also came off. Brought on Endo, who got a yellow card, but I thought I thought Endo was just sound. I thought he was just average player for the time that he was on. Kept it simple. Yeah, I'm gonna go for another 5 for Endo there. Who else came off? Nunes came off for Cody Gakpo. Nunes came off for Cody Gakpo. Where's Cody Gakpo? There he is. And he just filled in there. Why? Right. Just giving these a bit, straighten these up just a little bit. Just a little bit. That'll do. Cody Gakpo probably came in for his work rate, to be honest. More than to try and win the game. Work rate, just shore it up in midfield. Don't really remember anything he'd done, I'll be honest. So I think I might just give him a 4. I think he was probably below. So a 4 for the time that he was on. I don't even think he was on that long, to be fair. And then Harvey Elliott came on for Szobo. Where is Halves? There's Halves. I think he got stuck in. Mo Salah went central, didn't he? I'm sure it was something like this in the end. And then Harvey we probably went into like I'm not really sure, to be fair. Probably like a 4-5-1, I think. So maybe it was like Endo. It's probably more like this formation. Because I feel like Harvey was on the right. He could have just been it could have been a 3-man midfield. It could have just been, it could have literally just been Gravenberch, Endo, and Harvey across the middle. With Gakpo here and then Salah and thing. But I feel like Salah was across in the middle. So what I feel like happened was a 4-5-1 with Salah just up top. And I feel like, yeah, I do feel like it was sort of like this. Da, 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 da. I feel like it was something like that. 4-5-1. That's what it felt like anyway. I could be wrong. 4-3-3. It could have just been like the ones I said with you know, Gravenberch, Gakpo, and Endo sitting in there. Oh, sorry, Gravenberch, Endo, and Harvey sitting in there, and then Harvey right side, and then Luis Diaz left side. It could have been a 4-3-3 still, but I kind of felt like we shut up shop a bit, and then just played Salah down the middle. Harvey, I will give probably a 4.5 maybe. I think he was a bit better than Gakpo, but still kind of a bit missing. So yeah, let's go with a 4.5. Cool. So the ratings: Allison 5, Van Dijk, M.I.A 8, Trent with a big 9, Tsimikas with a big 8.5, Endo with a chilled 5, Gakpo with a 4, Harvey with a 4.5, Gravenberch with a 6.5, Diaz with a 6, Salah with a 6. And it makes sense because the score is 1-1. We didn't really get, you know, we didn't really work them too hard. Our attempts and shots were quite low. We had less possession. Our attack wasn't really on it, wasn't flowing, and the goal coming from a defender. So it makes sense to why, you know, it makes sense to the result of the score. So, you know, it only feels fair that those, you know, if we win 3-1, then what, you know, our defense is got like 7s and 8s probably, and our attackers are like fucking 8, 9s and 10s probably, you know, because we win away at Etihad 3-1. So the score should reflect the results in the team on the pitch, in my opinion, player for player. It all makes sense. But yes, those are the ratings for the Manchester City versus Liverpool game. I didn't do a predicted man of the match, but Trent Alexander-Arnold got man of the match. Would he be my man of the match? I think so, probably. If Matip didn't make that, if Matip hadn't done that, Matip was a bit funny in areas, once or twice. He never got skinned by Doku out wide by the byline, and maybe kind of, I don't know, did a bit more, got across a bit quicker to Haaland. Listen, they're only human. If you can't make a challenge, you can't get it on time. You can't get it on time. You know. And Van Dijk never got across in time, and he's superhuman. So it makes, you know, his ways. But I think if anybody other than Trent, no, actually, if anybody other than Trent, my man in the, I don't know, maybe Tsimikas. I don't know. I feel like left backs and right backs have to be really instrumental to get a man of the match, and they have to deal with their wingers. I mean, he done his part. He shut off Foden, but if he had got like 2 assists or an assist, then maybe he was man of the match. But I think it's fair. Trent got man of the match. My man of the match, if it wasn't Trent, probably would have been Tsimikas or Matip. I just think Matip attacking going forward was more dangerous than Tsimikas, so I may have given it to Matip. Allison had a head, not Allison. Van Dijk had a header, didn't he, as well? But yeah, I think that would be me. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, people of all ages, LFC fans especially, I've been with Mr. LFC Ninja, and hopefully see you soon. Take it easy, good night, be good, be safe. Catch you later. Bye-bye.